China Airlines business class is often hailed as one of the finest long-haul premium cabins. So what is it really like? It's a big claim, so follow me to see if it gets a red light or the green light. Hi there, welcome to another Red Light Green Light bonus travel review. It's Ryan here, and this time I'm flying long haul with China Airlines in business class on their Boeing 777-300ER from Los Angeles to Taipei on CI 005, with a brief stopover before continuing onto Kuala Lumpur. As always, my reviews are incognito to keep the experience real, so really get the red light or the green light, stay tuned for the verdict. The flight was scheduled for a 5 p.m. departure, and prior to the flight, I was able to use the Korea Air lounge in the Tom Brady International Terminal at LAX. This lounge, by the way, has recently been upgraded in 2026, and I just can't wait to check that one out, but it might have to wait till after 2028. In the meantime, the Korean Air Lounge in 2023 was not too bad at all. Definitely better than the American Airline Lounge in T4, and it certainly felt more zen. Now, this lounge is shared with SkyTeam partners, and it's set up with a subdued decor and decent internal views of the departure hall airside, a rarity these days in some airports. The lounge is located on the upper level to the departure concourse, and it felt more open than many lounges. There are 3 sections with seating, roughly in a U shape, having 2 glass walls of windows looking out, with one side opening to a balcony with seating if one needed fresh air. Finding a power point for charging my devices was easy and convenient, with some of them either built into the seating or available within reach on relocatable stands. The selection of alcohol and drinks were also satisfactory, nothing standing out one way or another. It was quite on par with many pay-per-use lounges. Food options leaned towards Korean comfort food. There was a sticky Korean fried chicken, some fried rice, a penne pasta, and some cut sandwiches. It's not flashy, but it was quietly satisfying. I'm pretty sure this is all different with the new lounge. On this visit, customers matched the vibe of the space and seating. It was cool and they seemed unbothered. No one was loudly communicating on their phones, or were there unruly children of both the young and the grown-up kind. I was excited. Flying on an Asian airline again long haul, especially after the last few years of COVID affecting tourism, was much of a welcome delight. But mind you, as I write this, I just flown in coach on Qantas, and it's no wonder people make a joke of the brand by pronouncing it with a hard C. On that flight, not one of the 6 cabin crew in our area even cracked a smile once, and it was a day flight. Honestly, Vanessa Hudson, why are your staff so miserable? In contrast, on the China Airlines flight, I was greeted with a soft nod and a gracious welcome and a warm smile, and 2 departure drinks. The stylishly polished cabin features a well-designed seat and cleverly generous storage. It was summer in LA, and I quite nearly panicked upon noticing that there weren't individual air vents. However, the cabin temperature was very pleasant. The China Airlines Boeing 777-300ER cabin's muted elegance is evident in its textured grays, wood grain finishes, and soft ambient lighting. Unlike some of the overly styled interiors, this business class is carefully considered. The seats are arranged in a 1-to-1 configuration, and as with any flight, the seat map is definitely worth taking a look at before booking. There are bulkhead seats like 10A and 10K, which offer additional storage, and I secured my preferred 10A. Now, these seats are well padded and plush. They're different to the usual hard and angular seats of many airlines, It also had a tapered footrail, which is common in herringbone layouts. There was a discreet reading lamp and a smart-looking table lamp tucked away. It was much less tacky than Emirates' first-class Gold Glamour table lamp. The seat also had light-up controls for adjusting the recline and positioning, and a broad triangular ledge for putting stuff on, including a shallow flat box on the ledge with power sockets for electronics, phones, headphones, chargers, and more. In comparison, some Vantage design seats have limited space for laptops or headphones. Now, I would say China Airlines excels in storage. There are 4 compartments and they are all easily accessible. The seats armrest telescopes for extra width when reclining flat, avoiding the feeling of being wedged. And the curved seat back panel provides privacy. The design is practical, not flashy. Instead of a twisting, turning, tucking away tray table, it just simply folds open from under the TV screen. There's also a handy bulkhead compartment and ledge above. And even with everything unpacked, I didn't once feel cluttered or have to arrange things to access them. The amenities kit was neatly branded and included all of the basics: lip balm, eye mask, socks, earplugs, toothbrush, and a comb. No frills, but nothing forgotten either. The slippers, though, that were provided are some of the plushest I've ever had on a flight. It had soft velour cushioning. Now, the headphones also were pretty decent quality, but I had brought my own Maxes. The screen is large, responsive, and high definition. Plenty of movie options in various languages. The controls are intuitive, and there's a wired remote also tucked into the side panel. Wi-Fi was available, though I didn't use it for streaming. I slept. The drinks list was nothing to sing about, yet thoughtfully, I went with my favorite, the Johnny Walker Blue, and later, a bit of the French Didier champagne, which just kept coming. And at one stage, I even found myself with 3 drinks on the go. And while this wasn't an extensive selection, it was certainly more cordial and very much more generous as an experience than what I've had on our national airline. Dinner service was promptly started about an hour after takeoff, and it was delightfully served in separate courses. I chose the well-balanced Angus beef fillet in oxtail ragu sauce, which was thankfully not dried out despite the altitude. Now, in hindsight, I passed on dessert till later, which I sadly forgot about. Snacks were available in the galley between meals, and I was too full to look at them. In the morning, there was a delicious breakfast that was served before landing, and it included a choice of Asian or Western sets. The flight attendant was delighted and amused that I selected the Asian option. So much better than that obligatory egg dish that you sometimes get on airlines. Taiwanese congee is very much an acquired taste, sometimes calling it papier-mâché. It was, however, on this flight perfect, and it was a wonderful light option. It was served with a hearty amount of delicious sides. Now here's where you get the point of difference. As a bed, it comes with a proper sheet and a larger than usual pillow, creating almost a first-class cabin-like feel, and I managed to get some real sleep. I definitely give this a big thumbs up for the first leg. I do find a 13-hour flight quite perfect. Takeoff, meal service, and a light refreshment take up the first 2 or 3 hours, then a good 6 hours of sleep before breakfast service in the last couple of hours. Now, China Airlines Premium Business Class significantly enhances the business class experience. It really approaches first class standards, especially when comparing to other open plan first class options. It is one of the better flights I've taken in recent memory, everything functioning the way it should. Arriving in Taiwan's Taoyuan airport, refreshed only left me longing for the second leg in the next morning.